This episode is brought to you by Saratoga Spring Water. Elevate every moment with Saratoga's award-winning taste and signature blue bottle. Hi everyone, I'm Meredith Abbott, Culinary Director for Sur La Table, and welcome to On the Table. Today I'm making tiramisu. Tiramisu literally means pick-me-up, which refers to the espresso and sugar in it. This particular recipe has a really fun twist to it with the addition of orange juice and zest. The first step is to prepare my mascarpone cheese filling. So I've got my mascarpone in a large bowl. I'm gonna add sugar and vanilla bean paste. You could also use vanilla bean pods that you split and scrape out all those beans. I'm gonna start mashing this together before I add the rest of my ingredients. It's very helpful if your mascarpone is at room temperature. It'll make this process a lot easier. This version of tiramisu also doesn't have any alcohol in it, so it's friendly for everybody who wants to eat it. Now I'm going to add in some freshly squeezed orange juice and orange zest to really brighten that flavor. I love to use a microplane for this because it just takes off that outer bright orange part of the orange peel where all that beautiful orange flavor lives. Okay, that's probably good. And I'm just going to continue to stir until all of this is combined. This is looking good. Perfect. I'm gonna set this aside, and now I'm going to make my sweetened espresso dunk for the ladyfingers. So I have some freshly brewed and chilled espresso, but you can also brew a really strong cup of coffee and chill that. And some sugar. I'm going to whisk this until my sugar is dissolved. Perfect. And now I'm going to start assembling. Okay, to assemble, take your serving dish. I'm using this beautiful whiteware baker. So to assemble, and take a ladyfinger. Ladyfingers are like a sponge cake in biscuit form, so they're pretty crunchy. So when you dip them into your espresso, it's going to slightly soften it. And then you're just gonna pack these in right next to each other, like so. You could make your ladyfingers from scratch if you felt like it, but buying store-bought is just great. Okay, so I was able to fit them in here all side by side, but I have a gap here. So what I've done is I've split one in half so it'll cover that empty space. You want the bottom to be completely covered. Okay, I've got my first base layer of ladyfingers. Now I'm going to add about half of my mascarpone to the top. Just eyeball it, and using an offset spatula, spread it out. Really push it down so it gets in between any of those little cracks and crevices of the ladyfingers. Lovely, perfect. And now I'm going to add my second layer. Same process as the first. Dip those in and pack them in. And there's one more. And because my baking dish is slightly flared, I can get a whole ladyfinger on this side, so I don't need to cut the ladyfingers from my top layer in half. Perfect. They fit there nice and snug. Just gonna wipe off my fingers, and then I'm going to finish this. And now I'm going to add the top layer of the mascarpone cream. Add it all on top. Beautiful. And just smooth it out. Great. The last thing is to grab some chocolate shavings and dust the top. You can go as heavy or light as you would like with this chocolate. I think chocolate and orange is a really nice classic flavor combination, so I'm gonna dust it completely. So now I'm going to move this to the refrigerator. It needs to refrigerate for at least 2 hours, or you could make it a day ahead. My tiramisu is now ready to eat. I'm gonna come in with big old spoon. Oh, look at those layers. Just gonna scrape that off. The chilling process firms the cream so you can get these nice scoops. Okay, sneak a little bite. The orange in there really adds some brightness to what is usually a very rich dessert. This orange-infused tiramisu is the perfect no-bake, make-ahead dessert. Enjoy. Saratoga Spring Water is the perfect pairing for today's recipe. Saratoga Sparkling complements the delicate, creamy flavors of tiramisu.